Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of the new book, Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available now in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're currently reading Twin Flame Romance this month and you haven't yet left a review on Amazon, please do. Once the review is up on Amazon, go ahead and take a screenshot and send it to me. Email it to me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. I will send you a free Audible copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, just to say thank you. A nice little gift to say thank you for leaving a review. If you want to book a reading with me, a twin flame reading, I do a 30, 60, or 90-minute twin flame reading. I also do other readings. I do more general readings. Again, the information is below. And you can also email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com to get more details on the general readings if that's something that you're interested in. So welcome back. Today we are talking about Divine Feminines. Your Divine Masculine lives inside of you. Now you might be thinking, Michelle, that just sounds really weird. Why in the world would you say that? But it's true. We talk about connecting in the 5D, right? And that seems like even being something like outside of us, right? When we think about the concept of connecting in the spiritual realm, we think about something like that's ethereal. We think of something that's way up here, like in the universe, floating around somewhere, so that I have to have an out-of-body experience, my twin has to have an out-of-body experience, and that we meet somewhere up in the ethers and we have communication with each other. Well, let me just tell you now that that's not the way it goes. I've had many 5D experiences with my twin. In fact, I have them daily. And whether I want to or not, which is super duper interesting. So sometimes my twin comes to talk to me at the most inopportune times. I will tell you that right now. But I always welcome it. I love the fact that he's always with me. And what is even interesting, and this epiphany actually came to me when I was in the shower today, is that the traditional thought pattern of what a twin flame is, and I'm just telling you, this is from what I have read. Now, again, everything that happens in the spiritual world, like it's really difficult to know what is true and what is potentially true, because none of us that I know of have consciously been to heaven in this lifetime and come back. So maybe you have. I mean, if you've gone to heaven and come back, then just let me know. Post it in the comments below. But as far as I know, most of us have not been to heaven and back in this lifetime. But what I've heard is that twin flame souls, when they separate, they actually take turns incarnating and they help each other from heaven. So they help, so like one twin will incarnate and they help, the other one stays in heaven and helps them. And then they flip-flop, they switch, they keep helping each other. And what they're helping each other do is evolving their soul, right? So they're trying to help them with the evolution of their soul, learning all the lessons they need to learn, balancing all the karma that they need to learn, to balance, if you will. And then finally, when they're really, really ready to reunite in the 3D as well as the 5D, then they incarnate together. Now, has it happened that some twin flame souls actually incarnate together in a past life? Yes, it has happened. Of course, it's happened. I know that I had a meditation visualization of incarnating in a different lifetime with my twin, but we may have not had the activation of souls at that time, meaning like maybe we were just really good soulmates. Maybe we were karmic partners. Who knows? Maybe, you know, we both had really important lessons that we needed to learn. And so both of us decided to incarnate together. But typically, what I've read, typically what happens is twin flame souls typically incarnate together on their last incarnation, where they are evolving at a very rapid pace and they've already done a lot of the work in past lives. So when it's really interesting, because when I say that my twin talks to me in the 5D and we have conversations in the 5D, it almost feels like it's not the first time, if that makes sense. So if that philosophy, I'm going to call it a philosophy, if that philosophy is true, that twin souls take turns incarnating on earth and the other one helps the other one who is on earth from heaven, then since you've incarnated without your twin before, you've had the opportunity to hear their voice in your daily living in the 5D. Does that make sense? So you've had the experience of hearing them and understanding which one is their voice, like channeling is their actual voice. So for me, for some reason, I can't tell you why, I don't know how long my twin and I have been incarnating, but for me, it's been about 5-6 months, since March of this year. For me, it's been really, really easy to hear my twin in the 5D and to have conversations with him because I just know it's his voice. Like, I just know it's him. It's not my voice. It's not what I would say. It's like the tonality is even his voice, if that makes sense. I know it's him. So that is what I was trying to explain, is that your twin actually lives on the inside of you because your souls are connected. Unless if your soul is floating, which, you know, souls will travel, but unless your soul is floating somewhere above your head somewhere or out in the ethers somewhere and not residing in your body, I don't know. But since the imprint of your twin soul, which if you didn't understand my explanation of imprint, go ahead and view the video that I posted yesterday in which I explained about soul's imprints and how it happens. And that is not me. I know very little about certain topics and information. I know a little bit about quantum physics. Quantum physics, I'm sure they could like explain this away and validate it. But it was something that was just channeled to me. And it was channeled to me during my writing of this book, Twin Flame Romance. And so I just know that that is exactly what happens. So since the imprint of your twin soul is in your body and your imprint from your soul is in your twin's body, you share the same soul, remember? Your twin actually lives inside of you at all times. And you live inside of your twin at all times. And so that is why it is very, 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 very hard to get away from your twin if you've ever tried. If you've ever tried to actually get away from them, it's really hard. It's super duper difficult to get away from them because lo and behold, they're always there. They're always there. And vice versa, really. I'm sure that they've tried to get away from you as well, thinking they were going crazy. But lo and behold, you're always there because you are the same soul. You have the same soul. You possess the same soul. Of course you're going to be there, and they're vice versa, right? Your twin lives inside of you. Now, what's the point and purpose of me even saying that? Because you're like, okay, what? What are you saying? Are they saying that just to make me feel crazy? Is that why you're saying that, Michelle? No, that's not the reason why I'm saying that. The reason I'm saying it is because a lot of you are in panic mode and have been in panic mode. And you're really very concerned with what your twin is thinking, feeling, believing, all the above. And as you're in this panic mode, your wheels are spinning. And you are reaching outside of yourself for so many answers. Now, I am a reader. I love doing readings for people. I really look at it as like a coaching and personal development session. I don't look at it as like something that's future casting necessarily. Like, I don't really future cast. I can see what might be coming up on the horizon, but I really don't future cast. Now, if the angels and guides want you to know something about the future, they'll let you know. Just like my angels and guides, when I met my twin, they let me know what was upcoming in the future. I mean, it was so crystal clear, absolutely no mistake, validated about 100 times since then. They really wanted me to understand that. They wanted me to know. I got that message, and for clients, I do get those messages too. But I look at it as, let's take a look at your life. Let's see what you need to work on. Let's see what how your twin is interacting with you and how they're feeling about you at this present moment. And let's look to see how you can best propel into the future given this information. So it really is like coaching. It's not about passive information that you are receiving. It's about active information to help you move forward and not be stuck in destructive patterns or not be stuck in despair. So it's not about that, but super useful to do once every few months, do once every 6 months, do once every 4 months, whatever. Really, really useful to kind of get that coaching, that snapshot, what's going on, where am I headed? Am I headed in the right direction? Super duper duper duper. Great. Fantastic. However, what I'm seeing is that many people in the collective are starting to have this like ultimate panic, and then they are getting like 1,000 readings from 1,000 different readers, and they're getting like 1,000 pieces of advice from 1,000 different YouTube channels, and they're asking 100 different people on the chats or on the comments like how they navigate a certain situation with their twin. Now let me just tell you this. Information can be valid and can be helpful. Getting a certain amount of direction is super duper helpful. However, when it comes to the point of panic and anxiety where you feel like you're reaching in 100 different directions just to find solace within yourself with your twin, it's never going to happen. It's just not. You're never going to get the solace that you need. And here's why. It's because your twin is inside of you. Your twin is not in 100 different readers and 100 different YouTube channels. Your twin is not there. Your twin is right here. So you need to start turning your energy inward toward what is true for you and for your situation. And what is true for you and your situation may shift and change from day to day, or it might stay true for several weeks and then it might shift into something else a few weeks down the road. But the truth of your story, the truth of the unfolding of the story with your twin is found on the inside. It's not found on the outside. And so the more you work on getting in tune with what's going on inside of you, inside of your soul, that includes your twin soul, inside of this space of silence to truly understand and know yourself and know your twin, you're never going to find solace. So you might be wondering, like, how in the world do I do that? How do I stop projecting all of this energy outward in this panic? And how do I find the voice of my twin on the inside? How do I really, truly understand what he's thinking and feeling on the inside? How do I do that? So one of the things I do mention is having a daily practice of meditation. Super duper important. And the reason why your daily practice of meditation is super duper important is because there's a lot of chatter going on in your head. And that chatter can be very loud, can be really disturbing, and can be very chaotic as well. So you've noticed this. I'm sure you've noticed that your thoughts can get very chaotic. And when you meditate, it lowers the number of thoughts. It also organizes your thoughts, and it opens up some space. And that's what you really need to hear your twin, is you need to open up a significant amount of space in your mind space, in your heart space, in order to hear the voice of your twin that is already within you, is already inside of you. And when you're able to get as calm as can be, get into that silent space, you will start hearing your twin. Now, here's the thing. Your twin may have already been trying to talk to you and connect with you and be with you in the 5D, but you were so in this crazy mindset of I need answers outside of myself that you never tuned into what they were saying to you. Of course, you're not going to get every answer. You're not going to get every thought that they're thinking, but you're going to get enough information from them to give yourself some peace of mind and understanding that the connection is indeed there. And for most of us, that's really what is desired, is just understanding and knowing that they kind of get it on some level. They might not fully get it in the physical world, but in the 5D, in their soul, they really do get it. And like the messages that they want to transmit to you within the feelings that are going on there and what's going on with them. And they will share that with you. Like I said, they're not going to share everything, but they'll share enough that will help you on this journey that is so difficult. The journey is not easy. None of us asked for it. And I said this all this week. I said, none of us actually asked to be in this situation. We didn't say like, we want to be a twin flame. It's so cool. It's so awesome. No, for most of us, it's a really hard, difficult, mind-boggling journey, and most of us just, while we are open to it, we would never choose it consciously. It's really complicated. It's super duper hard. I hope you're understanding a little bit of what I'm saying to you as far as reducing the chaos in your mind and in your life by starting to turn inward a little bit more, listening to the inner voice of your twin just a little bit more. And the other question that does come up is, how do I know? Like, how do I differentiate and know? The thing is, it's with practice. You just know that the words that are coming through to you are not your own words that you would say to yourself, or not the answers that you would give to yourself necessarily, but they're the answers that are the most authentic, genuine, and true that would be coming from your twin, knowing your twin's personality, knowing your twin's likes and dislikes, knowing how your twin has acted and reacted in the past. That's how you can start to differentiate, is by doing that. It's time. It's in this collectivity, it's just time that we start doing the work to turn inward. We've done a lot of the outside work. We've balanced a lot of the karma and all that jazz, but it really is time to just turn inside and start doing the inner work, the inside work, and really starting to connect with your twin in the 5D, but do it in a way that's respectful. Do it in a way that you're still respecting their boundaries, you're respecting their free will, you're respecting the principles of unconditional love. And you'll see that the madness that's going on within you, if you're in that category of people that are constantly looking on the outside for answers, you will realize, oh my gosh, like, what was I doing this whole time? Like, things could have gone a lot smoother for me if I hadn't been consistently reaching out, like, all the time. And really, if I took the time to meditate and turn inward, my life would be so much easier. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you guys for supporting this YouTube channel. It needs all the support you can give. Buying books, supporting me on Patreon, shopping at my Amazon store, book a reading. All of those things help to support this YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video.